Hi guys, welcome back to yet another video. My name is Martin. I'm filming this in my storage unit tonight, and this is a video that I'm redoing. So on Monday night or Tuesday night during the week, I think it was Tuesday, I received some bad news. And I rushed down here and I filmed something, and I was not a happy boy. And I was trying to be positive, and the video ended on a positive note, but I didn't even rewatch the video. I scrubbed it, and I've just scrubbed it now, and I thought I'll redo it again because the start of the video, my demeanor was not really appropriate. I didn't say anything derogatory about this business, and I won't. But what I'll say is, uh, uh, 2 weeks ago, I got my comics at my local comic book shop. So they're in the store. They're there to buy, and for a comic book writer and artist, that is like the end goal. You want your books there for everyone to see and hopefully love and enjoy. And so, yeah, All Star were really nice about it. They said, "Yep, great. Here's your." They got my books and put it on the shelves. And I thought, as great as that is, I wonder if I can get any other comic book shops here in Australia to do it. And I reached out to one of the premier shops, King's Comics, up in Sydney, and reached out to them on Facebook. And they said, "Here's our email address. Send us your details, and we'll get back to you." And so I sent them the details, and the response was a realistic response, and they just said, "No, sorry, we can't even look at your books, and we can't stock them purely for there's just not enough interest in Aussie comics." So it really gave me a kick in the guts, and I'm not saying anything bad about King's Comics, and I wrote back to them straight away and I said, "I completely understand your point of view and thank you for your honesty. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much." And I think that's the right tone to take, because you need to see it from a business point of view rather than from an emotional point of view or a personal point of view. Because if you see it from those two point of views, you're going to lose. What you need to do is you need to have a product that is definitely going to sell. And so I've got a fair few books to show here, and I'm going to tear through them. They are the comic books that my brother and I draw and write and draw for. We have this line of comic books called Drawn Out Dad Comics, because we're both dads, and I have Fart Puppies, and my brother has Spell Kitty. So they're kids comics, and so they're catered towards younger kids, for just say 11 and under. And so we have Spell Kitty 5, 6, 9, issue 9, and I did this one. This is the annual for Spell Kitty, and we have the conventions, and we've got a convention coming up in a couple of weeks actually, and they always sell really great because the kids come up and they get excited for these books, they laugh, and the parents are happy because the kids are excited about books, even if they are about farting puppies. So we have issue 7, issue 8, issue 9, and issue 10. And I do have issue 11 somewhere back at home, and I'm just finishing off issue 12 at the moment. Now, these books, again, they're catered for kids, so it's like a niche of a niche market. But the reason why we did kids comics is because we wanted to get kids interested in reading and in the medium of comic books. But I also do a comic book about superheroes based in Melbourne, and these are the books that are at All Star at the moment. So we have Aussie Battler and the Down Unders issue 1. If I can move. Issue 2, without dropping them. Issue 3, and you can see There's a big difference between the covers. So that's the cover that I've drawn, and then I've paid for a professional artist to do the cover for issue 3 and issue 4 and issue 5. That's a homage that I did on my own. But then I paid for an international artist by the name of Aiko to do the cover for issue 6. So this is Wombat Man, and this is Wombat Man issue 1, and this one sells really well at the conventions. But getting back to the point of this video is that if King's Comics is telling us that Aussie comic books are really selling in very low numbers, it makes me wonder, where do we go? Where do we go from here in terms of all the local guys, and even to a more extent, all the indie comic book creators around the world? What kind of books are you offering, and how can you attract an audience, a regular audience? You know, I've got other books here that I've done, so this is a Western that I did, American Western, and then my brother did a book called Sweet Freedom. It's part of the Civil War, and he researched this to the nth degree, and yeah, created a really good story about the Civil War. And I've done a book about Seinfeld. And again, these books, they sell quite well, especially the Seinfeld book. But what I'm getting at is that if the Aussie comic book industry is in such dire straits, what do? You have, in my mind, you have two options. You can either say, okay, that's it, let's close up shop, we're done, and if no one's buying, then I'm just going to stop, and I'll just sell everything. I'll even sell all these books, and I'm done with the industry. Or do you say, no, I'm not going to stop, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring out a book with the best quality story, the best quality art. This is the absolute best that I can do, because what I want is I want to provide a product to any reader and just say, this is the best that I can offer, and I hope you enjoy it. Yeah. If the industry is dying, then what you need to do is you need to knuckle down, and you need to just push and push and push the best product that you can bring. And then not just do comic books. So I'll use my brother as an example. He's slowing down with his Spell Kitty comic books, but he's bringing out graphic novels, and this one sells very well at conventions. But it's issue 1 of a 3-part series. It's all in color. It's a first adventure. But what he's doing is my brother is saying, okay, this is where we can push the Spell Kitty comics, but with these graphic novels, let's get an ISBN and let's get them into comic book shops. Let's get them into professional bookshops, and let's get them online. So you can buy this on Amazon, you can buy this at Walmart. And yeah, I just find it really interesting that my brother has gone down this path, but we'll also go down this path. Let's also see what we can do. And he's also he's on TikTok, and he's putting up videos on TikTok, but he's also doing his own Spell Kitty cartoon with professional voice actors, and he's saying, yeah, let's see where we can go with the cartoon, because there's a whole market for people who don't read comic books or don't read books, and they just watch YouTube and they just watch TikTok. Let's get that audience, and let's see if that translates at all to books like this, or books like this. Well, not Spell Kitty books, Spell Kitty comic books. I think that's the way to go. So to just branch out and see what you can do with your product. But also, to end this video, I will also say that I think indie books need to have a central point of sale, in terms of like, you can buy our books from Own an Indie and yeah, Walmart and Amazon. But then there is a plethora of indie creators, and they're all trying to sell their books, and it's all on different websites, or go here, go to Kickstarter, or that, it's all over the place. If you know, if we could get all the indie books into one channel and just say, yeah, here's the website to go to, and it just has absolutely every single indie book that you could possibly imagine, and you can buy it as a PDF, you can buy it as a an actual comic book. I think that would go a long way to promoting indie creators, and really upping their profile, because look, there's a lot of really great creators that are just kind of not sitting idle, but they're producing this quality work, but unfortunately no one has seen it. So yeah, that's been a bit of a rant for me. Thank you for listening. If you stuck around to the end, I do appreciate it. Please let me know though. Is the comic book industry dying? Is the indie comic book industry dying? I'd be very interested to know what you think. I'm always an optimist. I'm an optimist, even though I can't say it. Yeah, I'm always optimistic about this stuff. So if you put down in the comments, I will read it and I'll appreciate it. And thank you very much. And I will catch you at the next one. Bye, guys.